friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to go over the Jedi Masters that we need added to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and the few that probably don't need to be added. Jedi, there's a very large group of Jedi already in the game, and so having Jedi specifically from the Galactic Republic, I think would be beneficial, but definitely could overwhelm the game, right? We've seen a number of different Jedi metas over the last year. Now, I don't think that should necessarily force us not to have more Jedi. I think there's a lot of Jedi out there that are great. I mean, as a fan of the Jedi myself, I would love to see more Jedi added, but I understand that there needs to be a balance, right? We need to see a balance of Jedi and Sith. We need to see a balance of light side and dark and neutral. But we really haven't seen anything neutral coming of yet, so we'll have to wait and see. Now, to really even see what we need to take a look at the Jedi Masters as a whole, and specifically the Jedi Masters that were around during the Galactic Republic, right? And there's quite a few of them, and I think there's a few that are great, and I think there's a few that we definitely could do without. Now, looking at clonewars.fandom.com, this is a list of the Jedi Masters that were on the High Council at the time of the Clone Wars. Now, you don't see all of these characters in the films. You do see quite a bit of them, and you actually see most of them to be. You get a lot more of a sense of who these Jedi are and their stance and their feelings from like the comics and the cartoons, specifically from Star Wars, Clone Wars. But let's take a look. So we've got Plo Koon, he's in the game. We've got Mace Windu, he's in the game. Yoda, Ki-Adi-Mundi, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Saesee Tiin, Eth Koth, Agen Kolar, Shaak Ti, Kit Fisto, Adi Gialius, Evan Peel, Oppo Rancisis, Coleman Kaj, which is essentially Jack backwards, Deepa Palaba, Stas Ali, and Anakin Skywalker. Now, he wasn't a master, of course. He was just on the council. We have Plo Koon, we have Mace Windu, we have Yoda, Obi-Wan, not Episode 2 Obi-Wan, just Obi-Wan. We have Eth Koth, Kit Fisto, and Anakin Skywalker, right? There's a few that I think were obviously lacking. Eth Koth could be a lot better. There's a comic out there that goes into his backstory after surviving Order 66 with him and Vader. Really cool story. I absolutely highly recommend everyone to go and read it. It's fun. Kit Fisto's a solid character, or has a lot of potential, and I definitely think a rework for him and F need to be done. And obviously, we have Anakin. Now, the ones that I kind of have one of those, like, well, should they not? Like, where I'm at with a few of them. One, like Saesee Tiin. Now, Saesee Tiin, and I might be saying his name wrong, he was a great pilot. He was a general. He worked with the Delta Squad of clones, and there's a lot of potential for him to be added and for him to just be dominant. It would be really, really cool to see him added. But at the same time, I think really only Saesee Tiin fans are going to be just like, yes, give us this guy, give us this Jedi. The same thing with Deepa Palaba. Deepa Palaba was Caleb Dune, a.k.a. Kanan Jarrus's master before she got gunned down by the clones during Order 66. She is a really solid, interesting character. Now, the reason I think she could be added to the game is simply because I've heard rumors that the new game, Jedi Fallen, or Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, whatever it's called, is going to take place and involve her somehow. Now, that's purely speculation. I don't rightly know, but she's an interesting character that could be added, and I think would be really, really interesting. Now, next on the list is Agen Kolar. Now, he was a Zabrak. You might remember him from the time he got sliced in half or just completely murdered by Sidious. He's one of the first guys to get murdered by Sidious when the whole Jedi Council goes and attacks, or, you know, members from the Jedi Council go and attack, you know, Palpatine. It's kind of funny. We do have Kit Fisto. He was there. Agent Kolar, I don't know. I mean, he could be added pretty easily. Now, he is a character that I think would be fun, interesting. Those are three that I'm just like, I don't rightly know. Do I want them? Do I not? There's a lot of potential, obviously, for all Jedi, but those are three that I could do without. It wouldn't hurt my feelings if they left those characters out. Now, if you're a fan of those characters, by all means, I get it, right? Now, we have Evan Peel, and I'm all about putting a character who looks like an Ugnaught into the game with a lightsaber. That would be awesome. He's clearly not an Ugnaught. He is a Lennic, but let's just face it, like another Yoda-sized character would just be phenomenal, right? Yaddle, same concept, but, you know, whatever. Two that I do feel like need to be added are Shaak Ti and Ki-Adi-Mundi, right? Now, and the reason I think Shaak Ti needs to be added is Shaak Ti plays a pretty important role in the Clone Wars. She is the person who is essentially in charge of the development of the clones on Kamino. She's the one who overlooks their training. She's the one who overlooks a lot of different aspects of their lives. There would be a really cool way for Shaak Ti to be added to the game and have some awesome synergy with the clones. And it would even be really cool for her to be added to the game and bring in other clones. Even if she wasn't added as a playable character, I could see her being added as maybe like a lore factor, or someone who could be brought in to, you know, tell the story of clones. And maybe that's something that we eventually get, is kind of like a, you know, here are your clones, here's a clone training event, take your clones through these events to get, you know, additional things, you know, to hone in your skills for the clones. That would be cool. I don't know, but it would be awesome if she were somehow connected to that. I'd love to see her in the game because she is awesome. Now, she does die a pretty unceremonious death in the cutscenes from the films, but I'm pretty sure she actually dies some other way as well. So, that being said, Shaak Ti would be amazing. Next, Ki-Adi-Mundi. Now, Ki-Adi-Mundi is like the ultimate 5 head. He's like a 10 head. He's this guy who has this giant forehead that's no longer 4, but just enormous. And as a bald man myself, and my head is completely, you know, I relate to Ki-Adi-Mundi, and I think he would be a great character. He is a Cereid. He was there on Geonosis. He was there for the second Battle of Geonosis. I mean, he played a pretty big role in the cartoons, and he's just an awesome character. I think it would also give us some like visual dynamics, something dynamically different if you had him added to the game. I just think that it'd be really awesome. Now, what do you guys think? Which Jedi need to be added to this game? Keep in mind, guys, I want to say sometime in September of 2018, we did see a Jedi Guardian given the Galactic Republic tag. So it's possible we could see a Jedi Guardian added to the game as a playable character. That would be really sweet. I don't rightly know. Let me know. Leave me your thoughts in the comments below. Like, subscribe, share this video. Join the conversation on Discord. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, at RealGoingNerdy. Visit us at goingnerdy.com and chat with us. Let me know what you guys think about all of this stuff. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and as always, my friends, smile. Stay nerdy.